Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video with purple hair. Oh, you guys, I am in love with this. I know you've already seen it on Instagram, but purple hair is my favorite thing ever. I did have purple hair back 2 years ago, but it was like the light lavender color, and I am digging this color so much more. I feel like it's so much more wearable. Like, people are like, oh, does she have brown hair? Oh wait, no, it's purple. And I'm loving it. For anyone wondering what color I used in my hair, this is Arctic Fox Purple Rain. It's all dirty because, well, I had to touch it with purple on my hands. I used it on fairly light orange hair. I had to bleach my hair out in order to put this in. I think I'm addicted to this color. Anyways, I thought I'd come on here and do a little fall makeup tutorial for you guys. I know it's been a while since you've seen a tutorial from me. I'm going to be trying to do more of these. It's actually really fun to film again. This is the look I created for you guys. I did this look last week for a girlfriend's birthday party and I really loved it, but I was running crazy late because I was doing her makeup as well and I never got around to taking a picture. So I decided to recreate it today and I'm really loving this purpley reddish fall look and it goes really well with my hair. If you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep watching. First, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with the Make It Forever Aqua Brow. I'm just using my regular brown color because I'm going to be using lots of reds and purples on the eye and I don't want to overwhelm that area with too much color, considering my head's already colorful enough. I'm just going to zip through this because I have an eyebrow routine video if you want to watch it. If you guys hear a bubbling sound in the background, that's my husband's beer fermenting. Just ignore that. Once my brows are done, I like to clean them up on the top first, and then I'll go in and start on the eyes. Just taking my Shape Tape, just making a rough little line like that. Looks pretty crazy right now. I go in with a little concealer brush and start cleaning up the edges. This just helps give a nice clean shape to the eyebrows. It makes them look flaky. No, I'm not gonna say that. And then once the edge is all cleaned up, I like to go over and just kind of spread out that concealer a little bit. And I go in with my wet sponge, damp sponge, and just kind of blend it out so it doesn't look so crazy. And then when I go in with my foundation later, I'm not gonna have to try to get real close to my brows because it's already covered there. So I'm just gonna use my Shape Tape again to prep my eyelids. Same brush, spread it all over my lids, and then clean up the bottom of my brow. So excuse my fingernails, they look terrible right now. You guys already know I really don't care about my nails. I don't get them done. I very rarely paint them. I did paint them recently because when I colored my hair, my fingernails all turned purple anyways, so that's why I have nail polish on right now, and it's kind of not looking so good anymore. Again, I just blend that out with my damp sponge, and then I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and set it before I move on to the next eye. I noticed with the Tarte Shape Tape, you have to set it right away or else it'll start creasing. Like, I can't do one eye, go to the other eye, and then come set it, or else it'll have creased by then, which is understandable because my eye would be open while I'm doing the other eye. For today's look, I am going to start with eyes just because we're going to be using so many dark colors as well as a shimmer color, and if anything falls down underneath my eyes, I can just wipe it away before doing my foundation. So as you might have noticed, I'm breaking out like crazy, and that is because I'm on new supplements and my skin has not adjusted to them yet. So you can just look at them while I do my eyes. Okay, so I did this look the other night for a friend's birthday and I forgot to take pictures of it. So I'm going to try to remember what I did. I don't think this is what I started with last time, but I'm going to start with it this time. I'm going to use the color Chic Happens from Colourpop. It's a really pretty light grayish, purplish color. I don't even know how to describe that. But this is one of the colors from the Elixir palette. I took it out of that palette and put it into my little Z palette here. That's why I'm not showing it to you in the palette. So I'm going to start with that, and that's going to be my transition color. So it's going to go up in the top part of my crease. This brush is the Moda Pro Crease Brush BMX-430. I am loving this brush for the transition shade because it's so fluffy that it just gets a good amount of product really lightly in a nice big area. It's not like focusing your color too heavily in your crease, which is what I want for my transition color. So I am taking this color all the way into that inner corner because we're going to be putting a lot of color on the lids and I want it all diffused into this color. Next I'm going to go in with this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. I'm going to start digging into some more reddish tones. So I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to use the color Roxanne, which is this kind of an orangey reddish color right there. I'm just taking a little bit of that because it's pretty pigmented. I'm just going to start putting that on the outer corner of the eye. No, I'm going to go in with Jacz instead, which is the more reddish color right beside it. I'm not wanting a ton of reddish color in the transition and crease area. I just want a little bit. This is going to be mainly purple colors in this area, but I do want to bring a little bit of that reddish warmth to tie in the lid color once we get to it. And like I said, this is just mostly going on that outer corner. I'm not bringing it too much into the crease. Switching over to my Morphe E17 brush. Next, I'm going to go into the color Chopper in the Amanda Steele and Colourpop palette. And again, just going on the outer corner, but this one I'm going to bring into the crease a little bit more. And see how nice it blends out with that first color we put in the upper crease. I'm keeping my Luxie brush on hand. I wiped it off on this little doodad to get most of the red pigment out, and I can just use that to help blend those colors in as I go. Now I'm going to dip into the Jaclyn Hill palette and go into Soda Pop, which is this dark purple, and that's just going to deepen it up even more in that outer corner. And then dipping back into that very first color that we used, Chic Happens, just going lightly and blending out the edges again. Now for the pop of color on the lid, I'm going into the Boxycharm and Blinc palette, and I'm using this gorgeous red color. And the names on these are crazy, and I think that one's Rhodini. I'm gonna go in with my finger, start popping that on the lid. Oh, I love the way these colors work together. Such a rich, reddish, burgundy color, and it just complements those darker purples really well. Going back in with my Morphe brush and just blending those edges out. I'm going to take a little makeup wipe and wipe away some of the fallout. So next we're going to go on to the face. First I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer all over my face. And I'm also going to take the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer and just a tiny little bit of that. And I use that just in my really pore filled areas. Next I'm going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape and just dot that on my breakouts, which will hopefully stop happening soon because I am so sick of them. I never break out this much anymore. That just helps even everything out a little bit before I go in with my foundation. Lately I've been using the Covergirl Vitalist Elixir a lot and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I'm wondering if I can mix these together. I'm gonna try it. So I just have a little bit of both on my hand. The Covergirl one is a little bit darker than the Wet n Wild. And it's actually a little bit too dark for me right now because I didn't get much of a tan this summer, but I got a little bit of color and it worked really well for the summer, but I've already lost what little color I had. So I think mixing these two together will be good. I'm using my Bare Minerals Perfecting Face Brush to apply that. I'm loving this brush. The smell of these two together is really weird because this is the one that smells like paint and this one has a nice, almost like a floral scent to it. And together, they make really weird smells. Back in with the Shape Tape for the third time and sticking that on all the usual places. Landlords just built a new wall downstairs to separate our half of the house from their half of the house, and I'm pretty sure they're mudding right now because I can hear like that mudding scraping sound. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. Blend, 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 blend. Man, we just got all the sounds today. Bubbling beer, scraping, mud. To set under my eyes, I'm gonna go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. And I'm gonna mix these two together, which are Lucid and Lyric. I just picked up this palette at Marshall's for $25. I was so stoked. It's the old packaging for the Kat Von D, so it doesn't have the removable pans in it, but I mean, for 25 bucks, I was stoked. They actually had 2 of them in stock, so I bought one for a friend as well for her birthday, and she was so excited to get it. For the rest of my face, I'm gonna use my RCMA powder, which I actually have in my old NYC Smooth Skin powder container, because it makes it so much easier to use. And while we have this out, I'm gonna go straight into some contouring and bronzing. I'm actually gonna use the middle color to do some bronzing, and I'm gonna use my Moda Pro pointed blush brush. I'm loving this for bronzing lately because it's nice and fluffy and big, and you don't have to do like really specific areas. It's just kind of nice and big and fluffy and just gets your bronzing done really fast for you. Then I'm gonna dip into this cooler toned color to do my contouring. I'm gonna use this brush. It's the Butte Basics. Doesn't have a name on it, but it's nice for contouring. And then my nose contour with the Royal & Langnickel medium eyeshadow brush. This is my favorite nose contour brush. Same cool tone color. Also take a little bit of that on the, right there, whatever that's called, right between the cupid's bow. And I also like to use a little bit around the base of my nose, just to get that little bit of definition in there. And a little bit under the lip to make it look bigger. Moving on to some blush, I'm using the Wet n Wild Apri-cot in the middle. It's a really nice subtle blush. I'm using the e.l.f. complexion brush. I'm going to finish off the eyes before I do my highlight, so I'm going to go back into the first color I used, which is Chic Happens. I'm going to take this brush, I don't know what it is, but it's got a nice little pencil brush end. I'm going to start by taking that underneath the eye, pretty much all the way across. And then I'm going to go into Chopper again, this guy here, and darken the outer corner with that. For my inner corner highlight, I want to keep it pretty subtle, so I'm going to use the color Throttle in the same Amanda Steele and Colourpop palette. Has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but not too crazy. It's a really nice, subtle inner corner highlight. I'm just going to take that on the brow bone. This is a perfect brow bone highlight because it's not like super shimmery or metallic or anything. It's just like a nice little, oh hi. I'm just going to lighten your brow bone a little bit. Ooh, lashes. What lashes am I gonna do? Let's go with Brooklyn by iikonn. First, I'm gonna use my Essence Gel eyeliner and go up in here and down here. For mascara, I am still hooked on this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I think it's almost time to buy a new one actually. I feel like I need to go in and touch up that red just a little bit, so I'm going to take that color again, Rhodini. Then I'm going to go in with a little flat eyeshadow brush, pat it on gently, and of course blow out. Oh, hello lashes. For my highlight today, I'm going to be using the Balm Mary Luminizer. This is such a pretty highlight. I've been using it a lot lately. I feel like this highlight goes really well with that inner corner highlight that I used. They're very similar tones. And to finish off this look, I'm going to be using Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Aquarius, which is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, who I love. I don't know how it took me this long to get this lipstick. She actually has this color in Ultra Matte, Satin Lip, and Gloss. And I went for the Satin Lip because it's my favorite. Set it all in place, I'm using the Make It Last spray from Milani. I finally found this in the Superstore here in Kelowna. I bought this one when I was in the States in the springtime, and there's been a section for it in my Superstore for months now, and it's never in stock. And finally, like 2 weeks ago, I went in and they had it in stock, and I immediately snatched up another one because, I mean, this is almost gone. So here is the finished look. I am totally loving this look for fall. I hope you enjoyed watching me do a tutorial again finally. And if you're not yet, please subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my future videos. If you hit that little bell beside the subscribe button, you'll also get notified every time I upload, so be sure to do that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!